talking about fair division. So here, let's talk about the difference between continuously divisible items or discretely divisible items. So what is the difference and, well, how do we know? So let's talk about the definitions of these items, what they mean, and let's give some examples. So first, continuously divisible items. Think about the world, well, I guess you could do that too, but think about the word continuous, right? If we have something that is continuous, it just goes on and on and on. Let's think about a candy bar. Chocolate. Okay, so we have a candy bar and it goes on and on and on. It's a continuous piece of deliciousness. Well, we can divide that candy bar into pieces of any size. So if I have a king size chocolate bar, I can take a knife and I can chop it in half, or I can chop it into thirds or fourths or fifths or hundredths. That might be something you do if you're going to put it in a cookie, right? But you can divide that candy bar into pieces of any size. That makes it continuous, because if you chop it up, it is still delicious and you can still eat it and it doesn't change anything. So these tend to be items that we measure, length, area, money, kind of a thing. If I have $100, we can divide that up 50-50, 40-60, 23-77, right? It doesn't matter. Same thing with like a plot of land. Those are the things we can cut any way we want. Talking about length, well, that's kind of like the length of the candy bar that I am currently obsessed with. So those are continuously divisible items, because if you chop them up, it is okay. Now, discretely divisible items are not as easily broken up, right? So if we think about the house that I am currently sitting in, if I chop that in half, we have a problem. Or let's say the chair that I'm sitting in. If two other people also want this chair and we decide to cut it into 3 pieces, I no longer have somewhere to sit, right? So these are items that we can count. So a house, a shirt, a dog. Can you imagine 2 people saying, we both want that dog, let's just cut it down the middle? That is not okay. Do not ever think that that is okay, right? These are things that we can't just cut in half and have the same thing. If I cut a candy bar in half, I can eat those 2 halves and still be just as happy as if I had eaten it at one big candy bar. If I take a t-shirt and I cut it in half, I can no longer wear that as comfortably as I could if it was one whole t-shirt. So that is the difference between continuously divisible items and discretely divisible items. Continuous, when you break it up, is still a good thing. Discrete, if you break it up, it's real bad, real bad. And that's the difference.